Hi friends, welcome to Ready, Set, Draw. So you should have gotten a couple of different things in your kit. So let's just go over what's in our Ready, Set, Draw kit before we Ready, Set, Draw. Okie doke, love bugs. So you got a folder, and inside the folders there's a couple different kinds of paper. I gave you just some copy paper, which is really easy to draw on and to practice on. It's good for practicing. Then I also gave you some watercolor paper, which is really great when you want to make a finished product. If you've practiced your drawing a couple of times and you think you'd like to create something with either using watercolors or markers, or watercolor paper is really also really great with like oil pastels if you have things like that at home, or your colored pencils. I just gave you a couple of pieces of paper that you can try to use for that and experiment with that. It's so fun. And then I just gave you some drawing paper, which is like really thin. So I gave you copy paper, drawing paper, and watercolor. So have fun with that. And then in our kit, we have this really nice little drawing pencil. It's kind of, it's a little bit harder lead than your normal like school pencil, and you got a nice little gummy eraser for erasing. And then you also got this fabulous set of markers, which you friends probably already have a set, but this is just some washable markers. And we have our color pencils, boop, and our 12-pack of crayons. Okay, because we are going to do a couple of different things, learning how to shade, which is so fun. And then we have a paintbrush, and I will show you what to do with that in a couple of lessons. And then our good old Sharpie. So today we're going to start off with just our pencil and our eraser and our Sharpie. And then after we create our drawing, then you can go back and decide how you want to color it in. You can use the markers, you can use the crayons, you can use the colored pencils, or if you have something different at your house, you can do that. Okay? All right, so simple. We're gonna do our fun first project of writing our name. Okay? And I will show you, this is so fun. You can obviously do your own name. If you want to do somebody else's name, if you want to start creating these, like this would be a fun way to make a fun birthday card, or things to put outside the door of your room, or just about anything, just fun little name tags. So you're gonna spell out your name, and I'm gonna use my paper. I have like a pad of paper here. I'm going to keep my paper. This is called landscape when it's long. This is portrait. I'm gonna start landscape. I'm gonna print my name very simply, kind of lightly, with my pencil. And I'm gonna make sure that there's space in between my letters. So let me show you what I mean. I'm gonna make sure that I have lots of room in between each of my letters. And you're gonna notice something about this too. I didn't really write it straight, did I? It's kind of like all over the place, and that's okay. So we start out with writing the letters of our names. I have my capital for my first letter of my name, like I normally do. If you want to write in all capitals, that's totally cool. If you want to do this like mixed, that's totally cool too. So the big thing you want to do about this is make sure you just draw it kind of lightly, because we're actually going to end up erasing that. Because now I'm gonna go around my letters to make kind of a bubble shape, okay? So I just trace around each individual letter. Let me show you what I did with my S. See that? Just super simple. Just traced around it. And I'm gonna do the same thing with all my other letters. Now you're gonna notice when you make your bubbles that maybe they kind of run into each other, and that's okay too. You can make these sharp, or you can make them kind of rounded, however you want to do it. I've made two different ways. I'll show you real quick here what I'm talking about. Forgot the inside of my A. There we go. So you can see I just traced around it really easy, and see how it's just kind of they're kind of rounded. I don't have any really sharp edges or straight lines and corners, but you can do that if you want. I have an example that I'll show you in a little bit. So after you do this, get that eraser out, because now we're gonna erase the inside, the first set of pencil markings that we made. So that it's just a clear bubble. So you're gonna go through and erase all of that, my friends. Get that all erased. And then the super fun decorative part starts, okay? Because now, after we have made our bubbles, made our bubble letters, there we go, there's my bubble letters. Now I'm gonna go all the way around it with another layer of pencils. So let me show you what I mean by that. And here we go. Boom. There I am, Suzanne. Just like that. And now all the extra stuff is just kind of fun. You'll see on your tutorial page, this one was how to doodle the name Kathy. And you can see that she started putting circles around hers in her next layer. You can do circles, you can do squares, you can do triangles, you can do all kinds of shapes. I am going to show you, I did a sample one here. Let me find it. This is mine that I did with the circles. Just like in your tutorial paper that you have. So I'm gonna try something different. I haven't tried this yet before. I'm gonna do squares around mine. So let me show you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go around. Kind of add, looks kind of like a 3-sided square, because you can't quite see the end of it. Kind of like on those circles, it looks like a bunch of half circles. So I just added, boom, just squares like that. Then I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna make another layer, boom, around each one of those. And then another layer around each one of those. And then they kind of match up. So let me show you what I'm talking about here, friends. Some of my drawing is going off of my paper, and that's okay. So there's those. And then I'm just gonna come around and I'm gonna finish them off with a round bump. Look at that. So you can do whatever you want after you create your name. That's the cool thing about this project. So if you're gonna make one for yourself and you're gonna make one for your best friend, you can make them the exact same, or you can make them different. So experiment with that. This would be kind of cool if you did like triangles or like partial stars, all kinds of things. So once you get done with that, friends, then you get out that good old Sharpie, and we're gonna trace all of our pencil markings with our Sharpie, and basically you're gonna be creating your own coloring page, which is so fun. I'll just do the S so you get an idea of what I'm talking about here. So after, then I just trace it with my black Sharpie, and I keep doing that with all of the pencil markings that I made. And then if you tend to go off of your pencil markings with your Sharpie, that's cool, because then you can just take that erase of yours and just erase all of your pencil markings, and then you can't even see them anymore, and it really looks like a coloring page. And then the fun begins. You can get as creative as you want. You can make it a bunch of different shades of the same color, like a bunch of different blues. Our crayons have several different shades of the same like color families. You can do that. Or you can use those color pencils and totally go crazy with that. Or your markers, so fun. So then after you get them all colored in, like I said, I'll go back to my sample page. Boom, you got this cool name tag. I'm gonna put this on the side of my desk so everybody knows Suzanne sits there. And I used my favorite colors. I colored my name in brown. That's my favorite color. So there you go. Our first one of Ready, Set, Draw. I can't wait. If you think about it, show your parents, have them snap a quick picture and email it to me so I can see, because I would love to see what you're doing. All right, love bugs, enjoy and have a good rest of your day.